Hello again. Welcome back to my Capitol office for another report on the legislative session here in Austin. I want to tell you some of the things that have been going on, but if you've watched the news, if you've kept up with what we're doing here, recently there was a big push by Republican legislators to bring forth legislation called the Voter ID Bill, which many of us consider a voter suppression bill, to bring that bill and pass it in the House of Representatives. A lot of us felt that that should not happen. And the reason we felt that way is because that bill is aimed at trying to suppress voters, trying to intimidate voters, trying to make it harder for people to vote, and thereby disenfranchising Texans from every corner of this state. We felt it was important that in the year 2009, we not allow legislation to pass that would basically take us back to before the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1964. We felt so strongly about it that we were willing to stand up and speak against it for 4, 5 days, whatever it took to make sure that that legislation stopped. Thankfully, we had enough support that we were able to stop that legislation, and as of now, it will not become law. It's important for me that people understand those of us who opposed it did not do so because we thought it was good for the Democratic Party or bad for the Republican Party. We did it because we understood fundamentally that the voting rights of people in this state and in this country should not be based on how they affect one party or another, but instead how they affect the rights of Americans to enjoy the great freedoms that we have and the greatest privilege that we have, and that is to cast a vote in deciding who will govern them here in Texas and in America. That's why we spoke against it. That's why we made sure that we would do everything within the rules, not breaking any rules, but within the rules that are afforded us before the House of Representatives. We did everything we could to stop that legislation, and as of now we have. I hope that if you followed what is going on, you understand why we're doing this, and if you haven't followed, I hope you will pay attention, because this is something that will affect everyone. When you take away someone's rights, when you do an injustice to any one person or any one group of people, in the end, it hurts all of us. And that's what this fight and this struggle is about. Thank you for dropping by. We'll give you another report before the end of the session, and look forward to talking to you then.